welcome you. I'm Kat Jones from Stop Climate Chaos Scotland. The other statistics I wanted to share with you was we had 1,600 people who were hosted in Glasgow by over 1,200 hosts. And there were more than 12,000 bed nights. Now, if you do a quick calculation of thinking, well, it might cost you 100 quid a night to stay in Glasgow during COP, and that's kind of conservative estimate, that would have saved £1.2 million for the global climate movement. Like, that is a large amount of money. And that is why so many people say they couldn't have attended COP without it.
So extremely pleased to finally see this thing happening in a city where we had never been before. And it's just amazing what home sharing can do and how powerful that can be. So grateful to all the hospitality of Glasgow and all you guys. Amazing. And the next step on this journey is to take the network to the United Nations General Assembly in New York.
Ganga John, and I'm coming from Uganda. I work with a local organization known as the Chikandwa Environmental Association, and I'm a climate change activist, a food security fellow. I emphasize that people from Africa or from developing countries are suffering because of climate finance. And as I want to conclude because of time and to give others chance to speak, I would request that this initiative or this innovation is really so good to make sure that you get people who can host people from the south or people who cannot manage, because it is very difficult, especially people from the south, to get flight, to get accommodation, to get and other requirements. Therefore, if you can manage to get accommodation, because accommodation in developing countries is very expensive. Therefore, the contribution was not just giving us accommodation or helping us as guests, but it was contributing to climate change, adaptation and mitigation.
John and Andrew were excellent and generous guests. The social and the cultural aspect was everything you would hope for. Our challenge, living on the outside of the city, as you now do, the local public transport was less than perfect. So we had to plan the travel a bit more carefully, getting to the nearest train station and things. So there was a bit more commitment and thought had to go in from the point of view of the hosts. But that was always going to be part of the deal because we knew the situation. And they'll say we were repaid many times by their their generosity and their kindness and their good company. So it was a great experience.
Kevin in his a sort of national costume, and my partner Richard and myself, and it was just so lovely. I'm glad you got that picture, by the way. So anyway, we decided, well, firstly, my son was actually really responsible for the hosting the whole of the 2 weeks because we were only there for about 6 days. So he met him from the airport and he fed him, and we were very impressed, by the way, with the way that COVID was managed, because he had to test every morning and send his test in. And despite what people said, oh, there'd be a big COVID spike, I think because they were so careful about this, there wasn't, I don't think. Anyway, Kevin had came from a rural area in Togo, but lived in the capital, which is Lomé. I'm getting advice on this, Lomé. And he had to travel for 10 hours in order to get to Accra in Ghana, that's right. And he got crowdfunded actually for his trip, which again, was quite something. Obviously he was very talented and very dynamic with lots of ideas. And he was one of the youth delegates to COP26.
Yeah, I had a lovely pairing with a woman from San Francisco who was here with an organisation called Code Pink, who focus on militarisation and pollution. And we had a fascinating 2 weeks. I had taken the first week off work to volunteer for the Climate Fringe. So we were going to various events, and then obviously there was lots of pop-up events, shall we say, lots of Extinction Rebellion events happening that we attended together, and yeah, it was just a great match.
Horst was fantastic. He was really nice guy, very welcoming, very nice. He's got a cat. He's got a degree in computer science. I was helping with the homework, and we will be meeting again in the spring. So we keep in touch. Now we are mates. We are good friends.